Hello, my dear English learners. My name is Tara, and I'm so happy you're here today. Welcome back to day 3 of our 10-day Shadowing English Speaking Practice Challenge. First of all, I want to say congratulations. If you've completed the first 2 days, you've already taken an important step towards becoming a more confident English speaker. You've shown up, you've spoken out loud, and you've kept your promise to yourself. That isn't always easy, and you should be proud of what you've achieved so far. Now, before we begin today's lesson, let me ask you a few questions. How are you feeling today? Have you noticed any small changes since you started this challenge? Maybe you're speaking a little more confidently, maybe the sentences feel a little easier to say, or perhaps you're still feeling nervous every time you open your mouth to speak English. If that's how you feel, please don't worry, because you're certainly not alone. So many English learners tell me exactly the same thing. They understand English when they read it. They understand English when they listen to it. They know the vocabulary and they know the grammar. But the moment someone asks them a question in English, everything suddenly disappears. Their mind goes blank and they start doubting themselves. Has that ever happened to you? If your answer is yes, I'd love you to tell me in the comments. And while you're there, don't forget to tell me which country you're joining us from today and add your flag. I always enjoy reading your comments and seeing our wonderful English learning community growing with learners from all around the world. Now I'd like you to think about one more question, and I think it's one of the most important questions we've asked during this challenge. Do you trust yourself when you speak English? Notice that I didn't ask whether your English is good enough. I didn't ask whether your grammar is perfect. And I didn't ask whether you know enough vocabulary. Instead, I asked whether you trust yourself. Because sometimes the biggest obstacle isn't your English at all. Sometimes it's simply believing that you already know enough to begin speaking. Today, I'd like to share something that completely changed the way I think about learning a language. Many learners believe their biggest problem is fluency. They say, if I knew more words, I would speak. If my grammar were better, I would speak. If my pronunciation were perfect, I would finally feel confident. But after teaching English for many years, I've realized that this isn't usually the real problem. The real problem is trust. Think about everything you've already learned. You've studied grammar, you've memorized vocabulary, you've listened to podcasts, you've watched videos. You've probably spent hundreds of hours learning English. So where does all that knowledge go when someone asks you a simple question? It doesn't disappear. It's still there. The problem is that you stop trusting it. You begin searching for the perfect word. You start checking every sentence in your mind before you say it. You wonder if your grammar is correct. You worry about your pronunciation. And while you're busy judging yourself, the opportunity to speak passes by. What if, instead of questioning every sentence, you trusted your first thought? What if you believed that simple English is good English? What if you stopped trying to impress people and simply focused on communicating? I often tell my students something very simple. Confidence doesn't come before speaking. Confidence comes because of speaking. So today I want you to make yourself one small promise. The next time you have an opportunity to speak English, don't wait until you feel ready. Speak anyway. Trust what you already know. Trust that people want to understand you, not judge you. And trust that every time you open your mouth, you're becoming a stronger English speaker. That's why today's practice isn't just about pronunciation. It's about building trust. Trust in your voice, trust in your progress, and trust in yourself. Today we'll practice 15 English-speaking sentences together. Listen carefully first. Then repeat each sentence out loud. Don't stop to analyze every word. Don't worry if it isn't perfect. Simply listen, repeat, and trust yourself. Imagine you're having a real conversation with someone. Speak naturally, speak clearly, and most importantly, believe that you can do it. All right, my dear learners. Let's begin day 3 of your English speaking practice with shadowing. I trust myself every time I speak English. I trust myself every time I speak English. I trust myself every time I speak English. Excellent. I already know enough English to have a conversation. I already know enough English to have a conversation. I already know enough English to have a conversation. Awesome. I trust the progress I have made in English. I trust the progress I have made in English. I trust the progress I have made in English. Amazing. Let's continue. I speak with confidence, even when I feel nervous. I speak with confidence, even when I feel nervous. I speak with confidence, even when I feel nervous. Brilliant. I don't wait for perfect English before I speak. I don't wait for perfect English before I speak. I don't wait for perfect English before I speak. Excellent. Don't give up. Every conversation makes me more confident. Every conversation makes me more confident. Every conversation makes me more confident. Awesome. I trust my voice and I use it every day. I trust my voice and I use it every day. I trust my voice and I use it every day. Great. You're doing so well. My mistakes help me become a better speaker. My mistakes help me become a better speaker. My mistakes help me become a better speaker. Nice. I focus on communication, not perfection. I focus on communication, not perfection. I focus on communication, not perfection. Excellent. I believe in the English I already know. I believe in the English I already know. I believe in the English I already know. Brilliant. That's 10 sentences done. I trust myself to find the right words. I trust myself to find the right words. I trust myself to find the right words. Amazing. Every sentence I speak makes me stronger. Every sentence I speak makes me stronger. Every sentence I speak makes me stronger. Excellent. I am becoming a confident English speaker. I am becoming a confident English speaker. I am becoming a confident English speaker. I choose trust instead of fear. I choose trust instead of fear. I choose trust instead of fear. Amazing. Today I speak with confidence and believe in myself. Today I speak with confidence and believe in myself. Today I speak with confidence and believe in myself. Wow! Wonderful job today, my dear learners. You've now completed day 3 of our 10-day Shadowing English Speaking Practice Challenge, and I hope you leave today's lesson with one important message in your heart. Your biggest challenge probably isn't vocabulary. It probably isn't grammar. And it probably isn't pronunciation either. More often than not, the biggest challenge is trusting yourself, trusting that you already know enough English to begin, trusting that it's okay if you don't remember every word, trusting that you don't have to sound perfect to have a meaningful conversation. Remember, every confident English speaker was once a beginner. The difference is that they kept speaking, even when they weren't completely confident. They trusted the process. And little by little, confidence followed. So I have a small challenge for you today. The next time someone gives you an opportunity to speak English, don't hesitate for too long. Take a deep breath, smile, and simply begin. You might be surprised by how much English you already know. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever stayed silent because you didn't trust your English? After today's lesson, what's one thing you'll do differently the next time you speak? Leave a comment below and let me know. And if you completed today's practice, write day 3 done. Thank you for spending these few minutes with me today. Keep trusting your voice. Keep trusting your practice. And most importantly, keep trusting yourself. I'll see you tomorrow for day 4 of our 10-day Shadowing English Speaking Practice Challenge.